Well, hello there, tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this tank right here does not care about your armor profile. Yes, I am in fact taking a look at the Ho-Ri in today's video. This tank, for whatever reason, Wargaming just keeps making it better and better and better. They haven't nerfed it once, even though it's technically super strong. But what they did do is they gave it reactive armor because, you know, that's what you should do when a tank's really strong. Just give it a consumable that makes it so you take less damage while you're playing it. The Ho-Ri has always been a super strong tank, and there's so many reasons for that. One being its gun. If you take a look at its average penetration, yes, you see that right, 410 millimeters of AP premium ammo pen. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, why does it have that much? Now, of course, I am using calibrated shells because I feel like overcooking the pen on this tank is kind of funny. You don't need to run Cali on this tank. It already has insane pen without it. However, it's just kind of funny to get the max amount of pen you can. And the thing about the gun's ammo type is also, because it's premium AP, you only lose like 15 average damage on your premium shells compared to your standard. You can see here the standard shells deal 560 damage, whereas the premium deals 545. So literally that's not much of a difference at all, and it means you don't really suffer when you shoot premium ammo, which is just kind of stupid considering how much pen it has. The tank also has 6 degrees of gun depression, which is not terrible, but it's also not that great either. It's kind of one of the main limiting factors of this tank. And in terms of its gun handling, it's kind of crazy good. Its dispersion is 0.269, which is fantastic, and its aim time is 3.3 seconds, which is also fairly good. And it has a DPM of around 3,100. The tank's mobility is also pretty solid. It goes 20 in reverse, which is absolutely fantastic, and it has a forward speed of 45 with a power to weight of 16.2. So you're not really going to have too much trouble on the mobility side of things either. And as for the armor profile of this tank, it's very, very troll. I don't know how many times I've just gone up against Ho-Ris and been like, oh yeah, I'm going to shoot it in the middle plate there, or lower plate, and it just bounces and hits some red spot on the front of the tank. Like, the armor is so troll, it's not reliable whatsoever, but it is just insanely troll. So, like, you're going to find that you get way too many bounces in this tank for what it is. And that's another reason why this tank is just so strong, is it just has such a good combo of insane penetration that doesn't care about armor profiles, good enough armor that you can get away with some really weird stuff, and its traverse speed is also not terrible. So, like, honestly, its overall mobility is pretty solid for what it is as well. So we are on Alpenstadt for our first battle, and I'm going to be following my team towards town here, because in this sort of tank, I personally don't play it in TD bushes at the very back of the map. I play it midline, which can be a little bit sus sometimes, but I like to help out my heavy tanks where I can with my insane pen. So you choose more or less how you want to play this tank, but playing it midline is usually not a bad idea. The gun's accurate enough in a way to snipe at the back if you do feel like it, but for me personally, I just find that a bit boring. Anyways, we have the E100 in mid as well as the E75, and who knows what else is going to be over here. So, of course, I am going to hold this sort of angle right here, and I'm going to hope that their E75 kind of peeks this corner here. We'll see what happens, but if he does, he's going to get slapped. And, oh, there he is. Here we go. Who needs to aim in all the way? I sure don't, because I'm in the Ho-Ri. So, overall, I mean, you can see, like, that was just, like, it just buttered right through his lower plate. And, oh boy, there goes the E100's HP pool. Jesus. Bro, he just literally lit him on fire. Okay, well, that's a good start to the game. I believe the 183 tried to shoot at me, but it seems like he missed. I just heard the shell, like, whiz by my tank. You know what? I don't really care if I get shot at by a couple of guys here. I'm going to pop my reactive, though, because that CC was able to hit me. But we're doing okay. There's the 183 right there in the back. Let's just quickly get a shell into him for 636 damage. Lovely stuff indeed. And, I mean, we're able to hold this position quite well here. And hopefully... Bye-bye, 183. You can see the nice accuracy helping me out there for the long-range shots. KPZ should die quite quickly here, and I'm just going to wait Hopefully that CC gets spotted. There he is. Okay. They only have 3 tanks left. So I'm not too worried about... I'm not too worried about the other 2, but I do want to deal with this CC if I can. So I'm going to wait here. We'll see if he gets spotted. I'm hoping he does, and hopefully we can get him duked. But I'm just going to keep holding. I got to play patient in a tank like this. And I'm going to wait for him to make a mistake. There he is. He's still sitting behind the wall. Interesting stuff. Oh, is he going to back up? Because he's getting shot in the side, so... I'm surprised he hasn't backed up yet. There he goes. Okay, come on. A little bit more, bro. A little bit more. Oh my god. This guy's just not moving. Oh, come on. No, dude. He's like literally baiting me right now. Like I want him to poke so badly, but he's just not doing it. And now he's getting bled out by a ton of other teammates. So whatever, I guess I'll shoot at the Caro now. I'm gonna pop my reactive here. Hopefully we get a bounce. Let's see though. I mean, the Caro just like missed me. Interesting stuff. And now I'm just gonna pull down towards the river here and see if I can deal with this Sheridan. Come here, Sheridan. What are you doing, bro? Come back here. Stop running away. I mean, the Sheridan's screwed either way, whether I get any more damage into him or not. It doesn't really matter. But, I mean, this is pretty solid for our first battle in this tank. And, I mean, pretty much every game is fairly solid in this tank, whether you win or lose. Just because you have that insane penetration, it just allows you to do so much more damage because you're not worried about, like, bouncing shots when you're going up against enemy opponents. And bro, where'd this Sheridan go? So yeah, I mean, overall, like, actually penning your shots in this tank is never an issue. Like, doesn't matter if people are hull down, doesn't matter if like you're up against like a Kron. It really doesn't matter, dude. Like, you can pen pretty much everything anywhere. And yeah, it's a pretty stupid tank, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very surprised that Wargaming has not nerfed at least the armor profile on this tank, simply because it's way too troll. Like, I mean, that game, yes, we didn't really bounce anything, but trust me when I say this, like, the armor profile is way, way too troll on this tank. Who knows what it's going to be like when they give it PBR. Like, I hope they don't buff it more when they give it PBR, but you never know, man. Anyways, we're going to get into our second battle on Dynasty. And this is an okay map for a tank like this, but honestly, yeah, we'll see what happens. You never really know with the Dynasty, especially depends where the team's gonna go. Because right now our team's kind of splitting. We have like one random TVP going right, and then we have like the rest of our team going left. So yeah, who knows? Whatever. Let's see what we can do though. I'm gonna make an aggressive play towards the mid area here, and we'll see if I can shoot at these players over here, like this M60. He does get a nice shot into me, and actually, wow, their Char is getting shells into me as well. Okay, now you know what? I'm gonna change my my route here, because that M60 is a really good spot. So I can't really deal with him right now in mid, but I'm hoping the standard B just pulls forward. There we go. Do get a nice shell into his tank there, and oh, you know what? What is their Yag doing? Hold up. I might be able to get a free shot into this Yag in just a second here. Weird Yag. That was weird. Somehow that bounces. Crazy. I mean, it was completely gray, so I must have just hit his mantlet or something, but that's a little unfortunate. However, it is what it is. Like, there's not much else I can say about that. Let's see here. Can I pen this M60? There we go. We do get a nice juicer into his tank. And so far, I mean, our team's looking pretty good. We've already killed off their standard B. And this M60 is just kind of bleeding out for free. Whatever, bro. I mean, not much else to say about that. I'm kind of hoping that I can get the kill shot into him. I'm going to wait here. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. I guess I'll pop my reactive and back up. But, yeah. It is what it is. He does bounce me there, so that's cool. And I'm going to forget about him for now, so I'm going to go over here, and I will start shooting at tanks like this Foch. There we go. We get one shell into his side. And I'm going to pull back into cover. We're at 1,600 damage, almost 1,700, so, I mean, we're not doing terrible right now, but we're not exactly doing the best. let's see here. Can I get a shell into this Yag? There we go. And you can see, again, the nice reverse speed on this tank is another thing that's really, it just makes it amazing. Like, the fact that it has 20 reverse speed just makes it so much better at dealing with people YOLOing you. Like this Yag. Good job, Yag. OP gamer. Right here. Absolute gamer right here. Not a fantastic battle in terms of damage. However, we did our job. I mean, we killed off the Foch there in the end. Yeah, so we did our job. That was a complete and utter steamroll. Like, their team just kind of fell apart. And all they really did was sit on medium side, and I don't even know what they did. And honestly, for the situation we were stuck in with dealing with hull down tanks that were kind of annoying, we still did okay. Like, 2,800 damage is fine. I'll take it, man. Did second on the team. And yeah, pretty solid second battle. And it's time for our third and final battle of the video. One thing I did forget to mention about the Ho-Ri is its HE ammo only does about 100 more damage than its standard and premium shells. So what that means is, honestly, there's really no point in shooting HE in this tank, especially when HE can be a bit sus sometimes. Like, if I'm looking at that grill on the enemy team there, and I want to shoot an HE shell at it, there's a very high possibility that it's just going to go right into his gun and only do splash damage or hit some weird corner angle. So I personally, when I'm playing this tank, I much prefer to guarantee the pen by shooting my standard AP at something that I can just, that I would normally be able to HE. That's just me personally. But that's what I recommend doing, because honestly, I would rather guarantee the pen any day of the week than do 100 more alpha on my shells. So, especially in a tank that has decent DPM and stuff like this, I don't really care about the extra 100 HP of alpha. So, that's just my opinion on that. But we are, of course, on Lagoon for our third and final game. And up against us, we have a decent amount of heavy tanks. So I am going to be a little bit more careful here. Let's see here. Get one shell into the AMX 5120. And honestly, I'm going to pop my reactive because I'm going to play aggressive, and I don't really want to care if I get shot at by things like that Minnow. You can see there, he only did like 300 damage to me, like, bruh. That's the thing about reactive armor. It's just so stupid on a tank like this. Like, I can just sit comfortably in front of this Minnow and know that he's only going to take a max of 600 damage off of me. Now, however, that's really sad that this Yag is actually allowed to do this. Like, bro actually made it over the ridge. He is full sending, and, wow, okay. That's just absolutely stupid that that Yag was able to do that. And so is the KPZ. He's also allowed to just overpoke that like crazy. Thank you, Badger, for not helping me out there. That's great. That's lovely. Well, I'm at 21 health, so this game is pretty sus now, and I'm not really going to be able to get any more damage out. Minnow's gun is broken. That's interesting. I kind of wish that shell just had penned him, but oh well. I mean, whatever. Here's the Minnow. Come on, bro. Just poke it again. Like, I know he's going to. Look at him. Like, there's no way this guy doesn't poke it. Come on. I mean, I have to play super passive now because I don't have any HP left, since that that KPZ was actually able to, like, just YOLO and poke that. So we do get a nice shell into that grill, though. So that's good. We're doing all right. We're just under 3,000 damage for this battle, so, I mean, I'll take it. And all that's left is a 50B, who I haven't really seen all game, and this Minnow. But they're both in tune, so the 50B is definitely not AFK, and there he is, actually. The one thing I will say is, like, shooting at a 50B, I was going to say, I wouldn't recommend shooting AP if it has reactive armor on, because if you're shooting HE, at least it'll negate the reactive armor ability. But there, I just wanted to get a pen in, so I shot him with AP anyways. But anyways, I mean, if you see a 50B popping reactive, then you might as well load your HE and just try and pen him for a lot more damage. But yeah, normally... Okay, wow, thanks, gun. Normally, I would say just load your AP and deal with tanks that way. The 50B should be dead right now, but my gun said no, so he's still running around. But that's basically the end of this game. A very, very steamroll-y game. And, I mean, a solid way to finish off the trifecta of Ho-Ri battles. Wow, I think the game audio just glitched out there, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, there we go. 50B's now dead. And that's it for game number 3. So overall, I mean, the Ho-Ri's really solid. Like I said, I recommend for newer players, grind this tank if you want a tank destroyer that just has a lot of good things going for it. I do think the tank is too strong, and I think Wargaming should be nerfing things like the armor profile, maybe even the fact that you just deal about the same damage on your premium AP as your standard, and just get rid of reactive armor. Like, why does this tank have reactive? There's no point in this thing having reactive. It just makes it too strong. But anyways, for any of you out there who did enjoy this video, you all should be subscribing to the channel, as it's a great way to support the content I make, as well as stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.